How old was
And
he when he passed?
15. He was young.
My.
Actually, it was just 6 days after his 15th birthday, so he was barely 15. Like, it's getting younger all the time.
Can you guess as to what happened?
Oh, yeah. He did leave behind a note that kind of gave us a little bit more clarity on why. And he had an injury 3 weeks prior. He was already struggling mentally, but he never communicated that to anybody. And he had this injury where his arm was kind of like, I think it was a tendon up in his shoulder, or I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor.
Mhm.
And it somehow got stretched out, and it was super painful. And during that 3 weeks, before he passed away, he was just spiraling out of control because he couldn't exercise. He couldn't weld. He wanted to be a welder. And those were the outlets that he had utilized that allowed him to stay afloat. And when he lost the ability to use his arm, he just spiraled. And I think that's the hardest part, is you never know what can happen in somebody's life that will impact them. And it's something as simple as an injury that completely changed my brother's life.
I'm just wondering. I mean, if you run a test of battery on a kid, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if this would be effective or not, but you just say, okay, your test came back and you have suicidal tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the strategies you need to be aware of
Yeah.
because you are prone to this, and we just want to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that exist?
Yeah, actually, it does. When I went in to go get medication for the depression and anxiety that I was dealing with, they did genetic testing on me, and they found markers that can indicate what medicines are going to work and what might not work. And it can also help you identify the person's personality. It's all traced back genetically. And even in my family line and my family history, there's things that we can trace back as to why we may struggle with this.
And you would say you'd put yourself in that category?
Yeah,
Hmm.
100%.
I recall being, I think 21. That was a tough year for me. And I remember driving down the road in my 1971 Cutlass. Look it up sometime. Google it. Add that to the FaceTime.
Is it at least cool?
Well, they could be cool. I mean, look it up. If it was jacked up and had some paint, but mine was a little bit on the rusty side, it got down the road. I was happy with it. I
Okay.
could talk for hours, but we won't. We'll just Google it. But I was driving down the road on the interstate, and I just saw a bridge abutment and thought, I could be done with it. And I'm a fairly buoyant person, right?
Hmm.
But though that the age of, we look at youth, and because they're beautiful, right? They're beautiful, they're flawless, they have no physical pain.
Hmm.
We say, oh, I want to be young again. Well, you're not remembering. If you remember, you go, whew, my goodness. Until you figure out who you're going to spend your life with, what you're going to do, where you're going to live, oh man, you are going to suffer.